Greetings, everybody. In this time, we are going to review some traffic signs of the new driver's handbook. Some traffic signs. There are vertical signs. For example, regulatory signs. The purpose of regulatory signs is notify drivers and other motorized about the priorities of roadways and also about prohibitions, restrictions, obligations, and existing authorities. Violating these regulations is a violation of traffic regulations. For example, yield, stop sign, stop for children, do not enter, no left turn, no right turn, no U-turn, no overtaking, no lane change, no heavy loads, no motorized vehicles, no buses, no bicycles, no motorcycles, no agricultural equipment, no animal-drawn vehicles, no handcarts, silence, do not sound horn or generate excessive noise with the motor, do not block intersection, no stopping or parking, just no parking, no parking in the specific premises, no pedestrians, the speed limit, the minimum speed, the maximum load permitted, two-way traffic, maximum load per axle, maximum height clearance, maximum width, maximum length, end of the restriction, only televia or complementary system, one-way traffic, two-way traffic, pedestrian street, keep to the right lane, heavy vehicles have to keep the right lane, mandatory direction, oncoming traffic has right of way, pedestrian traffic, keep right, keep left, fork, drive on either side, mini roundabout, the checkpoint, change required, turn on lights, only motorcycles, road divided buses as well, only public transit, road divided between motor vehicles and bicycles, road divided between pedestrians and bicycles, right turn allowed in red, left turn allowed in red, reserved parking. Warning or hazard signs. Their purpose is to warn drivers of the existence and nature of risks and or unforeseen situations present on roadways or adjacent areas, whether permanent or temporary. They are also known as preventive signs, like right curve, sharp right curve, sharp left curve zone, left curve zone, curve and sharp right curve and sharp left curve and very sharp curve to the right, curve and very sharp curve to the left, extremely sharp right curve, extremely sharp left curve, a grade, also grade, tunnel ahead, hill, also hill, unprotected cliff, airport, lateral winds, road narrows, right lane merging, road narrows to the right, or left lane merging, road narrows to the left, the narrow bridge, road widens to the right, road widens to the left, maximum weight, maximum height and clearance, maximum width, maximum length, medium begins, high voltage lines nearby, speed bumps, the location of a speed bump, successive speed bumps, potholes, loose gravel, avalanche zone, danger zones, barriers, end of median, railway crossing with no barriers, railway crossing with barriers, St. Andrew's Cross, approaching roundabout, intersections, forks and merges, and different kinds, two-way traffic, cyclists on roadway, agricultural equipment, handcarts on roadway, animals on roadway, in different kinds, pedestrian zone, approaching a pedestrian crosswalk, school zones, children playing, traffic light ahead, yield ahead, stop ahead, bicycle crossing, fire engines entering, falling rocks, slippery road, and uneven pavement, and others. About informative signs. The purpose of informative signs is to orient and guide motorists and others on the road, giving them the necessary information to arrive at their destinations safely, easily, and as directly as possible. For example, alternative routes, immediate exit, distance markers, the streets' names and enumeration, confirmation of kilometers, directions, locations, and highway or road numbers. Among these signs are also those that inform the driver about services and brown signs that alert the driver to tourist attractions or recreational areas, for example, airports, restaurants, lodging, public telephones, hospitals, restrooms, cliff, casino, horseback ridings, handicrafts, canoeing, rowing, canopy, zipline, among others. Also, included in informative signs are some that are typical on freeways, such as the following: right exit, begin freeway, end freeway, freeway turnaround, emergency telephone, freeway with complementary system for televia. Another kind of informative sign is that which signals where parking is permitted and those that provide information of interest to drivers. For example, parking allowed, toll booths ahead, mixed bus stop, bus lane only, camera control zone. And you can also find temporary transit signs. When road work is in progress, these signs are placed to warn drivers to hazards and provide road users to information. These signs are orange. This color determines the temporary nature of the sign. Only the first one that marks the road work is yellow, like this one, road work. And the other orange ones, end road work, flagger ahead, construction equipment on the road, curve to the right, extreme curve to the left, potholes, maximum width, falling rocks, loose gravel, warning signs, detour ahead, and end of the tour. Some horizontal signs. Horizontal signs or road pavement markings are classified according to shape. For example, longitudinal lanes. These lanes are used to delineate lanes and roadways to indicate zones with and without overtaking prohibitions, no parking zones, and to delineate lanes intended for exclusive vehicles. Continuous lanes cannot be passed by vehicles. They are usually complemented by red, yellow, or white reflector dots. Red reflector dots are associated to continuous lines that cannot be crossed. For example, center dashed lanes, dashed lane divider lines, those over here. Dashed right side lane, no parking lines. You can also find transverse lines. These lines are used mainly in intersections, whether controlled or prioritized with yield or stop signs, to indicate the place before which vehicles must stop in order to mark paths destined for pedestrians or bicycles. For example, the yield line and the crosswalk. You can also find legends and symbols. These are used both to guide and to warn motorists and to regulate driving. They are classified in arrows, legends, and other symbols like the straight arrow or any kind of arrow, and the lento sign, the slow sign. Some other markings, for example, there are also other road markings such as cross-hatching, convergent and divergent traffic markings, oncoming obstacle markings, do not block intersection markings, bus lanes, parking and emergency priority vehicles markings like these ones over here. Do not block intersection, which is to avoid stopping on the yellow lines. Cross hatches that divide circulation ways. In the priority lanes for emergency vehicles, you can drive through it, but you have to exit them in the presence of an emergency vehicle with lights and sirens on, like these ones. In this chapter, in reference to traffic signals, we have resumed the contents of the Manual of Traffic Signals. Given the extensive nature of this manual, that which is represented here only allows us to deliver a brief idea of said regulations. It is your responsibility to know the regulations that govern the material in the aforementioned manual. some references to this book, as you can see here. And that's the end of this book. Hope you find this very information useful and hope you get your license as soon as possible. Thank you.